Just the fact that she was pro-abortion and pro-pedophilia, there's a scandal alone. That was just all by itself.
That's right. That's right. And so we don't know what's really truly been going on at court. Which scandal is it? Is it the pedophilia? Or is it this one that's going to take him down? But it really, in the background, it's the pedophilia. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Either way, it's bad.
Okay.
It's bad. So we're about to find out, because there was also now there was a guy, they released a video. I don't have it on my Twitter feed, but I got it on my phone, about a 2-minute video of a guy testifying of someone who overheard that conversation, where they overheard the Texas case, I believe it was.
Right.
Robert screaming. They could hear him screaming through the wall.
Right.
And so if you haven't seen that, folks, go listen to that. Go listen to that video right there, because look, this is all. Why don't they want Trump in office? Because he's about to expose every single thing that's going on. I love what Linwood says all the time. I love that guy, man. He says, let every lie be revealed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Every lie is going to be revealed at some point. This is going to be so damaging. Now, here's what I want people to pay attention to. Since the beginning of my ministry, the Lord's been telling me that the political exposures or the religious exposures will parallel the political. Let me say that again. The religious exposures will parallel the political.
Okay.
What you see happening, he said, in the political realm is happening in the religious realm.
Right.
They go hand in hand. Okay? The ring of power, so to speak, if you will. You've got the United States military. You've got the Vatican, which is religion. You've got London being the financial sector. That's the ring of power, they call it, right? So when you look at these things, what's happening right now? Like Linwood says, every lie is being exposed. Who's coming to the front now? They're disclosing and exposing all of this truth that's coming out. Now you've got these preachers coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse. It's going to continue to get worse. Yeah. And so just be prepared, because like I've been saying, at some point they're going to take down some of these big name pastors at some point, because they've been involved in some nefarious stuff, some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why they don't want Trump in office. They've been involved in this stuff.
Absolutely. All of them. And I want to remind everybody that earlier this year, February, March, God said, what I'm getting ready to reveal is going to bring people to the point of disgust.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Yep. Disgust.
Yep. Absolutely. So, just be prepared, because again, this is going to get ugly right now, man. And so the other thing that's going on right now with these exposures on the religious side right now is that you have a full-on fight going on right now between the spirit of Elijah and the prophets of Baal. And this fight is coming to a crescendo between us. There is an all-out battle right now to get the king's ear.
Mm.
Everyone wants the king's ear.
Sure.
Now, you have a gatekeeper in the White House right now that is, in my opinion, not good. They are doing everything they can to keep the true prophetic away from the president. They do not want him having the true prophetic around him. So like we talked about before, they're stealing from these prophetic words, right. These so-called prophets and prophetesses, which are just nothing more than high-level psychics, is all they are.
Come on.
The tree of the knowledge of good and evil is drying up. Their stream is drying up of information, so they're having to come to the tree of those who are attached to the tree of life and steal revelation, turn it 33 degrees, and make it sound like their own.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they're doing that is because it's drying up. They're all trying to get to the king right now at this point. And what's happening, Paul, is there's a full-on battle because they have got the king's ear right now.
Yeah.
They've got it. And it's the psychics. And if you look back in history, there's a generational curse on the White House that's got to be broken. And when you look back in history, they didn't call on the prophets a lot of times. Who'd they call? The psychics.
Mm-hmm.
So that open door is still there that has to be closed.
Right.
So at some point, someone's got to go in there and clean that out.
Right.
And turn it back over to the righteous side, basically.
Right.
But there is a full-on battle for this right now. Now, I've been talking about the Spiritual Advisory Board for a long time. I've been calling them out for a long time, these vipers. These guys are nothing more than a bunch of CEOs who are there for the wealth and influence. They're there for the prestige of saying, I'm part of the President's Spiritual Advisory Board. And so you're seeing that coming out now. Some of these people who are on his board.
Right.
But there's a betrayal coming. The betrayal's not here yet. It's been going on for a long time. They've been setting up for it. And so this betrayal, I believe, is coming when it gets hot after the arrests. When the violence starts and the arrests start, they're going to want to pardon these guys.
Right.
And what God is saying is you don't know what God is wanting right now at this point, is because they're going to try and pardon these guys to go along to get along, that same attitude they've been projecting to their people. And what God is saying is no, it is maximum sentence, maximum penalty under the law. And if that means you committed treason, if that means execution, so be it. Now, does that mean we stop praying for their soul? Absolutely not. We continue to pray for their soul, that they get saved, but that will not stop justice from coming.
Right.
Now, there was a picture, and I don't have the picture, but it was Rodney Howard-Browne that took the picture. He had his hand on the back of the president, and there was a female's hand to the right and someone else's hand to the left. It's been a while since I've seen the pic. And he was kind of on a show bragging how he took this picture. He was holding his phone back, and you could see their hands on the president's back and the back of the president's head. Now, if he had the president's permission to do that, that's fine. Don't have a problem with that. But I saw a whole lot more in that picture than what was going on. If he did not have the president's permission, then he did it behind the president's back, which is in of itself is a type of betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's if he did it. I'm not saying he did.
Right.
But what I saw was that the betrayer's hand was in the picture. Now, I know whose hand it was to the right, but what I saw in that picture was those that were praying for him, giving the illusion they were praying for him while sliding the knife in. That's what I saw. Now, I'm sorry. People can attack me. They can say whatever they want. I don't care. I just know what the Lord's been showing me, and I know what's going on in that White House right now spiritually is not good.
Right.
And
it's important for us to pray as Christians, and those the patriots out there and the people who are actually into this war. It's important for us to pray that God expose the portals and close those portals.
Right.
There's evil portals that the enemy is walking in and out of and infiltrating the things that are trying to be good and what God is trying to do. So it's very important for us, for God, to pray that God close those portals.
Right. And listen, you can have an ungodly advisor. It only takes one to have the king's ear. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You inject a little poison here, a little poison there, until finally one day it's got you. And it only takes one that's close enough.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do to the president at this point.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Are you ready for another question?
Hammer it.
Executive order. Now, I think Trump has till tomorrow to enact that executive order that he has. Do you think he's going to do it?
That I don't know. I don't know. That one's kind of above my pay grade as far as when he does it or what he could do, when he could do it. I know the DNI was supposed to be tomorrow, but now they've said the DNI report, but now they're saying that they could be pushing it back a little bit. So maybe not. Who knows, man? He may have to wait till that report comes out before he does that. I mean, I don't know. See, this is the problem. Everybody gets a timeline in their head right now with things, and we're all guilty of it. And this is where we got to be careful. And we just look, the battlefield is fluid. It's constantly moving, moves, counter moves. So we have to remain open-minded that things change, and we're going to have to change with it. We got to be prepared to go the long haul with this. Look, this may, I pray it does not go beyond January 20th.
Yeah, me too.
For whatever reason. But who knows? We got to be prepared to go the long haul. You know what I mean? That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, Jenna Ellis made a statement that she's being asked, are they going to stop the lawsuit come January 20th? And she says, no.
Yeah, see.
Absolutely not, we're not. And she said, this is not a bipartisan lawsuit. It's something that needs to be stopped, regardless of
Right.
who's going to lead the land.
Right. So this is why we need to be prepared to go the long haul on this. We don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what the enemy's going to throw at us. We've been saying, be prepared, have some food stocked up, because I don't think it's a matter of if, it's a matter of when. My opinion that he's going to declare martial law at some point. I've been saying this for I don't know how long, you know what I mean? And now it's looking more and more like he's going to have to at this point to clean this mess up.
Just the fact